Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's me, Reggie, back with the second video. So on this video, I'm just gonna cover what to expect in week one once you start over at Tampa truck driving school. Excuse me. So on your first day, the first hour is considered orientation, and all orientation is the teacher's gonna go one by one, collecting documents from students, like your license, your social security card, your DOT physical, so that way they can make copies of it. Once that part is done and out of the way, then the whole teaching part begins. Now, teaching part. All the teacher's gonna do is hand you over a booklet. The booklet is gonna have a bunch of materials for you to read and study. And you're mainly going to study for your air brakes, combination, and general knowledge. The purpose of week one is to get you ready to go take your tests and get your permit, your Class A permit. That's the whole purpose of week one. You're also going to have the option to study for your endorsements. It's optional, but it's there. So you can study for your hazmat, you can study for your tankers, you can study for your doubles and triples. But mainly the main focus is going to be general knowledge, combinations, and air brakes. With that being said, my advice, and this is what I did. I got my permit a few days before I got to the school. Here's why. I get easily distracted. That's just the type of person I am. So if I'm in a classroom with 20, 25 people, there's going to be random conversations. You're most likely you're going to have a class clown. I'm going to get distracted. So to avoid any distractions, all I did was I went ahead and got the permit on my own. It wasn't hard, guys. It really wasn't hard. I had the stuff I needed to study here. And a few days before getting to the school, I just went to my local DMV, took my test, and passed it. So by the time I got to school, I had my permit with me. The advantages of that is, number one, I wasn't stressed. And two, I was able to sit back and simply study for my hazmat and for my tankers. Simple as that. So during week one, that's all you're going to do, man. You're going to just sit back and read. And honestly, you don't need a teacher to tell you what to read if you know what's going to be on the test anyways. Because we all know the test is general knowledge, air brakes, and combinations. Those are the three main things you're going to test on to be able to get your permit. So if you know this, just go ahead and study that on your own, man. You can actually get a bunch of reading materials from your local DMV. The company I'm going to work for is called Stevens Transport. They actually emailed me a few study guides. And that's what I used. I used that. I studied it. Went and got my permit. Simple as that. Also, arriving at the school with your permit and being prepared looks good on your GPA. What do I mean by GPA? So every week you complete, at the end of the week, you're going to be evaluated by your teacher or the instructor. And you'll be graded. At the end of the school, you're going to have a GPA. That GPA will be reported over to the company you're going to drive for. What impact would it have? I'm not sure. But as long as there's a GPA involved, you don't want to be at the bottom of the pile. That's just my opinion. So me knowing that I was going to be graded and have a GPA based on how prepared I was before I got to the school, I say, you know what? Let me go ahead and get my permit. It looks good on me. Why not? Why not do it? I had the time. Lucky for me, I had the time to go do it. It's not going to be the case for everyone. I get that. But if you have the time, man, just go ahead and start studying on your own and go get your permit. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to benefit you. So that way when you're at the school, you can simply study for your endorsements. Endorsements are huge. I think we know that by now. Also, DOT physical. So, before starting school, they require for you to get a DOT physical on your own, which is cool. I have mine. But the weird thing is, third day into class, we got a second DOT physical done. And I think it was only for the guys that were going over to Stevens transfer. I don't think everyone else got a physical, now that I remember. But it was at least 5 or 6 of us that were going over to Stevens transfer after we finished school, and we got a second physical done. So it doesn't make sense for the school to tell you to go ahead and get a physical, spend $75, $80, whatever amount it is, if you're going to have another physical done at the school. In my opinion, that doesn't make any sense, but I was just following the instructions. If I knew better, I probably would have never had that physical done. At least the one that I got done myself. I would have just saved my $75, $80, and I would have just done the physical at the school. That's just my opinion. Also, get ready to be drug tested. You will be drug tested once you get to the school. Some companies will pee test you. Others will use hair. Company I'm going through, Stevens Transfer, simple pee test. No biggie. I'm clean. I'm not worried. So that's also going to happen. Important, guys. Have all your documents ready. You're only hurting yourself if you don't. The school is, before you get to school, the school is going to send you an email. It's going to break down everything you need. It's not a lot of stuff. It's just a few little items they need from you. Have those documents ready. Don't get to the school and forget to bring your social security card. And you forgot to bring your license. Like, it doesn't make any sense, dude. You're going to school to get a CDL license. These are items that are needed. Please be ready. All you're doing is slowing yourself down. You're not slowing the class down because the school doesn't care. If you forgot your stuff, then that's on you, man. Either you go back and get it or you're going to be left behind. That's just how it's going to work. But they're not going to hold up the class just to wait for you. They're not going to do that. So have all your stuff ready, man. It's not hard. Mainly, you just need a DOT physical. You need a social security card, and you're going to need your license. That's all, man. That's all you're going to need. That's all they're going to ask for. So have all that stuff ready, so once you get there, they'll make a copy of it, they'll give it back to you, and you're able to move on and study. Because study is going to be huge. That's all you're going to be doing week 1, man. You're just going to study, study, study. So that way you can go to the DMV, get your permit. Once you get that permit, you move on to week 2. Week 2 is when the fun begins, in my opinion. So there's not much to cover on this video. Again, the week one class is fairly simple. You're probably going to be your biggest challenge. If you're going to get distracted, if you're there to joke around, if you want to be the class clown. We had a few of those, by the way. We had a few class clowns. If that's your focus, then yes, you're going to have a hard time. Because guess what? Those were the same guys that failed. The first time they went to DMV, they actually failed. You do get a second chance, so you're able to take it again. That's no big deal. But when you fail, now you're running the risk of falling behind. Also, it hurts your GPA. And like I said earlier, anything involving GPA, in my opinion, I want to be at the top. I don't want to be at the bottom of that list. So if you guys have any questions, man, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'll answer them as best as possible. I'll be bluntly honest. Because again, I want to make sure that I give I give everyone the real perspective on what to expect once you get over to Tampa truck driving school. It's a small school, man, but so far every person that I ran to in school, as far as a teacher and instructor, they've been amazing. It's a great staff. It really is. It's a bunch of good people over there. So YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and check out at this time. But again, if you have any questions, just go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. I'll be uploading a third video soon, and the third video is going to cover week 2 of the yard. Then the fourth video is going to cover the last week, because the school is 3 weeks in total. So thank you so much. Yeah, have a good day.